Made possible through support from PASCO, Personal Assistance Services of Colorado, Developmental Pathways, CCDC, Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, the Arc of Aurora, and the Arc of the Pikes Peak region. THINK+Change Talks. Bias, noun. Prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. Breaking the barrier of disability bias, a series of different perspectives. Jose.
So my IQ is 186. After 187, anyone who has more than 87, 287, is considered an unmeasurable genius. So I had a really easy time learning languages, learning computer languages, learning laws, learning bills, memorizing things, and that's why I felt it was my obligation to use my privilege to help others. I was born with a disability, CP, cerebral palsy, which includes problems moving, and when I was a kid, I also had problems speaking. From the time I was a kid, I always saw, whenever I went out, how people would stare at me. That's almost normal. It's curiosity, right? In my country, you didn't see a lot of people with disabilities out in the streets. But after I was growing up and I started to have social interactions and work-related stuff and school-related stuff, I realized that it was not only the staring, it was also the way they treated me. A few years after being here in the United States and getting my papers in order and all that, I truly started my professional life. And that's when I started to utilize more seriously concepts like disability bias and what that means. And I realized that I even had it myself. Like, I had discrimination against myself. And I found that when I was a teenager, I used to hate myself. I wasn't accepting myself. Why? Because I was reflecting that into what other people saw in me. They didn't see a normal guy. They didn't see a full man. They saw a cripple, a guy in a wheelchair that is not capable of anything, not even talking, not even having love, not even nothing. Having a job, doing good in school, nothing. While I knew that I was doing perfect in school, better than most, that I was professionally able to do even more than other people, and that my disability actually gave me the empathy to understand other people's unique situations. So, little by little, I understood that discrimination, racism, disability bias are all the same. It's being afraid of what's different. And because of that, you don't understand it. But you're afraid of it. So I was afraid of myself. I was afraid of being alone. I was afraid of being rejected by most people. Because I was. So I realized that outside, I was mostly the weird guy that is sitting in a wheelchair. That is disability bias. And that most of the institutionalized medical system and all that wants me to be in a nursing home, wants me to not be active, wants me to be dirty poor in order to have the benefits that I need, things like that. And I said, hell no. I don't come from where I come from to give up now. Don't be afraid of asking, can you do this or can you not? What do you think you can do? We'll tell you. We'll tell you. We'll tell you what to do to help us. To help us have a job, to help us participate in events, to help us coordinate things, to help us change laws. We have another perspective. We have the perspective of someone who has a disability. It's a very unique perspective. So disability bias? There is. But we're gonna fight and keep fighting against it. They know I'm not gonna take a punch sitting. That's how I fight disability bias. I show them that I am better, that I can be better, that my disability doesn't hold me back. Actually, it gives me a really big push.
If you feel that you or a loved one may have faced discrimination, contact your local Office of Civil Rights for resources and support. THINK+Change. Talks, trainings, and tools to help in your work for or with people with intellectual and other developmental disabilities. Learn more at www.thinkchange.training.